Hey guys, what's going on? It's RC Knockout and I am back with another video. Now if you guys are new to the channel, my name is Nolan. In today's video we have got more upgrades for the 100 mile per hour Traxxas Slash Project. So if you watched the previous video, we did the first running test with this 100 mile per hour Traxxas Slash build. Now I was a little bit disappointed by the top speed we got because GPS recorded the most I got was 57.1 miles per hour, and I honestly thought it would be like 10 miles per hour faster than that. I thought we were going to be pushing 70 miles per hour with this setup, just running 4S with the 21 tooth pinion. So I was a little bit disappointed, but we have some more upgrades today that'll help us in our quest to reach 100 miles per hour. So let's go ahead and jump right in this video. Alright, so you guys might be wondering, what is the upgrades that we have for today? Well, let me move the RC aside, and I am going to show you. Let me grab them right here. First off, we have this right here. This is, what is it actually called? Well, it's a wheel hub conversion. So it's basically, you're able to convert your 12 millimeter wheel hexes to a 17 millimeter. And the benefit of doing that is that then we can run different sets of wheels that were not possible before. And this right here is a Traxxas upgrade part. Now what is the other upgrade, you might think? Well, right here we have got DBoot Hoon wheels and tires. So this right here is technically, I was thinking 1/8, but they're technically a 1/7 scale wheel and tire setup. They're 2.9s, and these would come off of an Arrma infraction or an Arrma felony. Well, the front of an Arrma felony. I think all 4 tires are this size on an Arrma infraction. So I got 2 sets of them, guys, and these are definitely an on-road type tire. As you guys can see, maybe you can't see through the package, there's very little tread on them. They're definitely for high speeds. So this is going to be the upgrade for today, guys. We are going to be swapping out the 12 millimeter hexes for this conversion kit to switch them over to 17 mil, so then we can run these DBoot Hoon Arrma wheels. Then what's going to happen, guys, after we get this installed is we're going to go out and we're going to test it. We're going to keep everything the same as the very first run that we got 57.1 miles per hour, but we're going to switch the wheels and tires, and I'm hoping we can gain some speed. I'm interested to know how much speed we're going to gain just by switching over to a street tire, because there's going to be less rolling resistance with this. This is definitely going to be a big help in getting us to that 100 mile per hour mark. Now, I don't know how big of a difference it's going to make. I'm hoping it makes some difference. I'm hoping we gain some speed from it. We're just going to have to see. So I'm going to go ahead, install these adapters, and install these wheels and tires, and we're going to see what it looks like. And then, like I said, in the next video, we're going to test it out. So let's go ahead and jump right into this installation. Alright guys, hopefully I've got the camera where you guys are going to be able to see me do this installation. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get the body off. This will just make it a little bit easier to access everything we need to. I'm going to try not to shake the table too much because I do have the camera resting somewhat on the table. So I do apologize if it does get a little bit shaky, but I'm going to try my best to keep it as stable as possible. So what we're going to do, guys, is first I'm going to just take off a wheel and tire. Let's just start with the rear one. So we got to break this loose. Alright, so we got one wheel off. Now this right here is the 12 millimeter wheel hex. So that's what would come on a Traxxas Slash. That's what comes on basically on most, if not all, 1/10 scale RCs. So this is going to be a big upgrade switching over to these 17 millimeter right here. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go ahead, rip it open, and see what we have in the packet, see if there's any directions, which it does appear that we do have some directions here, guys. That's always good. Blah, 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 blah. To maintain factory wheel offset, install the correct accessory package, blah, blah, blah. Front and rear. Hopefully I got the ones for the 4-wheel drive because it looks like the offset's different. We need the same offset all the way around for the 4-wheel drive. Okay, so it says install the correct 17 millimeter hub over the axle pin and hold it with a 17 millimeter wrench. Then using the included 5 millimeter hex wrench, insert the hub retainer onto the stub axle and tighten. A small amount of blue thread locking compound may be used on the axle threads before assembly. So repeat on the other axles. So it sounds pretty straightforward. So let's just go ahead and get what's the rest of the stuff out of the packet. And here is the rest of the kit. And these appear, are they all the same offset? I hope I didn't buy the wrong ones. Oh, no, did I? Oh, crap. I might have bought the wrong offset, guys. You gotta be joking with me. Did I? Ah, you gotta be kidding with me. And I just opened it. I totally made a mistake, guys. I got the stub axle pins, or the stub axles, for a 2-wheel drive Slash. Not a 4-wheel drive. Oh, you gotta be joking with me. I made a mistake. I thought they were all the same, 5853X. Well, you know what? We're still probably going to attempt to install these because they should fit. It will probably just push our rear wheels out a little bit more, which could cause an issue. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to return this now that I just literally opened it. In the packet, they all look the same length. When they were all in here, they all literally look the same. But now that I pull them out, you guys can see that the offset is different on these. There definitely is a difference. Right there. Pretty decent difference. So I did not realize there's a difference. So do not make my mistake, guys. If you have a 4-wheel drive Slash, make sure to get the 4-wheel drive ones. Now, I don't know what the part number is then for the 4-wheel drive one, because I was under the impression they're all 5853X, but I'll have to look into that, I guess. But since I already have it open, I don't think I'm going to be able to return it. I should have just read the back of it. Literally says right on the back of this. I did not even read it until first time I read this thing was literally opening it up for you guys. I did not read all the way through. At the bottom it does say Slash 2-wheel drive. And so I made a mistake, guys. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes all the time. Majority of the time I have no clue what I'm doing. And I just, you know, kind of figure stuff out on my own. So we're going to figure out a way to make these work, even though this is on a 4-wheel drive Slash. So we're probably going to put the wider offset ones, the bigger offset ones on the back. Now I'm hoping that doesn't cause issues with the clearance of our body. There's some other stuff in the kit, guys. So basically there is, I think like they said, a 5mm Allen key. Is this 5 mil? Yeah, 5mm hex wrench, I should say. And then these little insert pieces, which let me pop these out. These are the pieces that will then be tightened down, these little retainers. I think they call them retainers. Stub axle. Yeah, locking, yeah, the hub retainers. So these right here, and these are actually metal. When I watched an install video, I thought these were plastic. They are, in fact, actually metal. So that's why it does say that you could use a small amount of thread lock on it, which you should. I'll probably use orange. And then it, of course, comes with some nice blue anodized 17mm nuts. So, getting all that stuff out. What we're going to do, guys, is I am going to go ahead, grab a flathead screwdriver right here. Let me get this wheel up underneath the suspension arm. We're just going to go ahead and pop the existing 12mm hex off. And now we can take our larger offset ones, because this is the plan, is to use these bigger offset ones on the rear. And then we're just going to have to see. My biggest issue is it going to clear the body now? Because it's going to push that wheel further out. So will it actually be coming in contact with the body then? That could be a problem. I looked into it for like a little while. I thought they were all the same. I'll have to research that, guys. But like I said, don't make the same mistake I did. So here's what we got to do, guys. Basically, there is a little spot right here for obviously where this slides over the pin. And then basically, it just looks like you then use this 5mm hex wrench right here to then goes in here like such. And then you literally just tighten this down. This has threads in it. And this basically threads onto the stub axle. So basically it says you can throw some Loctite on the stub axle. I'll probably just, you know, pour a little dab inside the threads here. I guess it doesn't really make a difference. Let's go ahead, slide these over. There it is on. And then I can put a dab of orange thread lock. This is orange right here, guys. So orange is basically like the blue, but it holds a little bit better. So it's high strength. So I like using the orange now on a lot of the stuff because I noticed blue still has a way of coming out. So I don't like that. And then we're going to go ahead and very carefully attempt to thread this on. And it did say you can use a wrench, and actually let me just grab my 17mm. This is what came with my Traxxas Slash. Or sorry, this came with my Traxxas X Max. So you can fit the hex wrench through there. So we're just going to use this 17mm to hold that, and then we're going to use this inside. If I can find the hole, that's what she said. Gosh. Okay, there we go. We're just going to hold on to that, guys, and we are going to tighten that down. And that is snug. And that is on there, guys. So what I want to do right now is let's just go ahead. I'm going to do the other ones real quick. I don't think there's any point in me doing them on camera. So now we have it to this point right now, which it is now ready for the wheels and tires to go on. Now, as you guys might be able to tell, the offset is more on the back. I just explained that. So these wheels are going to be pushed out further on the back. So we're going to have to figure out, is it going to work with the body? So I'm going to go ahead and get these DBoot Hoons out. And here they are right here, guys. DBoot Hoons. They are Arrma. And here's them in comparison. They're very similar size. They're actually a little bit smaller than the stock ones. I was a little bit worried that they'd be actually a little bit bigger, but without having any tread basically on them, they're basically slightly smaller than the stock ones. The wheel's bigger, of course, but the tire overall diameter is actually less. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead, get them mounted up. All right, and I got one on. Go ahead, get the other side on, the exact same procedure. And this right here, guys, is a 17mm wheel hex compared to a 12. And as you guys can see, they're quite a bit larger. Get this one on this side. Grab another one of these wheel nuts. And I'm going to flip it outside because that's the easiest way I found. I don't know if you guys could see. If you can't, I apologize. Now we have the rear ones on, and they look pretty cool. Can't deny they look cool. I'm going to go ahead, get this front one on. Get a wheel nut on here. And then I will do the other side, guys. Alright guys, so we have all four on. From the top, looking at it from the top, and I'll grab the camera in a second, you can hardly tell these ones are set off. The offset is more on the back. But now we need to test to see if the body is going to fit on, because that's going to be the true test. So here's our stock body right here, and will it fit over it? This side right here kind of almost comes in contact with it. But you know what? Since we're doing speed runs, guys, on the road, I really don't think this is going to be an issue, because it kind of almost touches the front too. So actually, I'm not that worried about that offset thing. That offset thing where I was worried about getting the, that I got the two-wheel drive ones for the rear, might not be that big of a deal, because it looks like it's still going to slip over the wheel just slightly. It might rub just this tiniest bit, but if we're doing speed runs, it's probably not going to be doing that much touching. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the look of it now? Looks so weird. Feels like it needs to be hunkered down. But yeah, this almost comes in contact. It kind of can, but I feel like it'll just rub up against the sidewall. And then the front, the same thing's true. Like, it could come in contact. Back could come in contact, but I think it's going to kind of ride over the sidewall. So I guess now we should also try the other body. So this right here is the other body that I have in mind that I might be using. So let's see how it fits with this one. And you know what, guys? I think we're in luck. As you guys can see, we actually, these bolsters or these rear fenders or rear quarter panels, whatever you want to call them, they actually stick out further on this body. So actually, I have got even more clearance. So we are completely good on the clearance. You can't really tell from the top that the offset's any different on the rear. Even though you can see on the actual wheel hexes it is, when I look at it from the top, it looks right. Like, it doesn't look wrong at all. So I was worried about that, but we might be all right, guys, because it looks like with both the bodies, it will probably clear. So maybe it won't be as big of a deal. Would I recommend going with the two-wheel drive ones? Probably not, because there's a reason why they have the four-wheel drive ones different, but I can barely notice that there's an offset difference, because these are towed in quite a bit, too, on the rear. So it's just kind of hard to tell. That it just kind of looks Kind of looks right. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think it looks good? If you guys did enjoy this video, hit that thumbs up button. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. So then you'll be notified when I come out with new videos. Because the next video, we're going to be running this thing with this wheel and tire setup. Alright guys, I just want to show you real quick, if you guys are interested in the 17mm wheel hex adapters from Traxxas, and you have a Traxxas Slash 4x4, I don't want you to make the same mistake as me, because I bought this one right here, which is part 5853X. And it does say right on it down here, slash 2-wheel drive. Now the one you're going to want for a slash 4x4, or an ultimate, is going to be 6856X. But anyway guys, don't make my mistake. Make sure to get that part number right there.